has condoled the demise of two of our important leaders of our state. And here today, again, we have as many as 16 important leaders who have left us, and in the trail they have left such a vacuum which will be difficult, very, very difficult for us to fill up. All these leaders from different states who had their innings in their respective both state and national politics have with them the whole trail of innumerable services that they have given to the people, the state and the nation as a whole. These leaders have choose to serve the people, serve their respective states, and serve the nation, and have dedicated their whole life in serving the people, building the respective states, and building this great nation. I'm sure that all these grieving members of the bereaved family receive the comfort from the Almighty God. My sincere prayers for all the families. And while the Honorable Leader of the August House has already referred to the names of this number of illustrious leaders who have had their innings and left us, I would like to particularly share my particular feeling in respect of Let Emerson moment. One of the leaders who have over the years served the people in different capacities. Started his innings as a social worker, as a teacher, an ardent sports lover. I used to know him because while I was still a student, I used to know many of his students who used to be encouraged and escorted by himself in different tournaments across that part of the state, reflecting his passion and love for the sports and how he wanted to nurture and groom the young children as sports person in the state. Subsequently, he decided to enter into active politics. I remember when he was preparing as a candidate in pursuit of his desired innings in politics, and how often he used to drop in to my parents' house and describe the challenge that he used to face, because he was fighting an election against a very, very popular, the then MLA, Let Mukul Sangma, who used to be rooted with the masses, who used to be known as the leader of the masses. I remember when I was a young man, a small kid, this popular man, Mukul Sangma, and then everybody used to be skeptic as to whether this new entrant in politics, Mr. Emerson Moment, can replace the well-rooted politician, but he did it. He did it in 1988. And subsequently, as we saw him serving the people of that particular part, which includes my native place, Ampati, because Ampati and Salmanpara, these constituencies are contiguous. And just next to Ampati village, the constituency that he represented starts. And therefore, I could have a privilege of being able to see how he was leveraging upon the privilege of serving the people, and eventually he became so popular that he became a leader of the masses. I also encountered him as I joined as medical and health officer in his constituency at Zigzag. I remember when I applied for posting after completing my medical sciences, I went and met him and told him that I intend to get the posting at Zigzag PHC. He was so happy. He was so happy because the Zigzag PHC was without a doctor for years together. And everybody thought that I will either choose to be in Ampati or in Tura, because everywhere there were plenty of vacancies. But when I met him and told him, Gumi, I want to be at Zigzag, he was elected. He treated me with a sumptuous meal, and I had the privilege of being further associated and deepen our association with him as one of the officers serving in his constituency. And as I used to call him Gumi, because his wife used to be my cousin sister, and therefore the rapport as an officer and an elected representative, and at the same time cemented with the relationship, I had a beautiful experience and have fond memories of my innings as a medical and health officer. I never had any kind of challenges that one would anticipate to face. Rather, he would drop in to the PHC, call me, Jonsari, how are you doing? And see what can be further done to upgrade the facilities. Subsequently, when I showed my interest to join politics, he wanted me to be with him in starting my political innings, to be in the party that he was in. Subsequently, we had the privilege of being the members of this August House. Of course, 93, he was defeated, and 98, he got re-elected, and we had the privilege to be member of this August House and serve the people together. And since then, I have further known him as politician, as a leader, who would be always available for people. A man who was probably the most accessible politician then, prior to us. He has served the people with utmost dedication and sincerity, given the kind of backwardness that that particular constituency has. It was a difficult constituency, but nevertheless, the fact that he has been repeatedly re-elected by the people substantiates the love of the people that he earned all through his life as servant of the people. He truly belonged to the people, and his demise is a great loss for the people of that particular area, and at the same time for the people of the state as a whole. I convey my deepest condolences to the members of the Bir family and to all his loved ones, the relatives, and the electorates of Salmanpur constituency, and adjacent areas, particularly the Southwest Garhwal's people, whom he has served throughout his life until the last day that he breathed last. I also, through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, convey my deepest condolences to all the members of all the illustrious leaders whom we have lost. May God the Almighty grant them solace and fortitude and enable them to overcome the grief and sense of loss. And I sincerely pray that all the souls of all these departed leaders find an eternal peace. With these few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I resume my seat.
Thank you.